All right, today in Core 3, the objective was talking about inscribed angles. And we're going to take the properties and apply them to the information we've already been getting about circles, their angles, their tangents, and their chords. So, to introduce inscribed angles, I wanted you guys to create inscribed angles. So, to do that, we drew a circle. Any size is fine. I think I'm going to grab myself a different compass though. This one's not quite working out. Okay, this compass will work better, although that circle should be fine right there. It'll work for our purposes. Now, to create inscribed angles from here, we put an A, a B, and a C in our circle. So I'll call that A, B, and C, anywhere on the circle. Now, third step is to connect those into line segments. We got AC, AB, and BC. Now, what we did is we inscribed a triangle inside a circle. Doing that, we created inscribed angles. We have 1, 2, 3 inscribed angles. Now, each angle also matches up with an arc that it cuts off the circle. Right there, and right there. Now, each angle matches up with an arc of the circle. Before we go on, we need to remind ourselves that in a triangle, we have a total of 180 degrees. In a circle, we have a total of 360 degrees all the way around. Now, we can already tell there's a relationship here. Okay, 180 is half of 360. Now, knowing that, we can go on into the properties of our inscribed angles. So, I'm going to assume, let's see, this looks about a 60-degree angle. Now, if that is a 60-degree angle, it means my arc up here is 120 degrees. Once again, half of the angle up there. Let's say this one over here, we'll say it looks a little bit bigger. We'll say 75 degrees. That means over here we have an arc of 150 degrees. Half. Up here, let's say if we have 75 and 60, that means we have 45 degrees left. And so over here is a 90 degree. Once again, half. If we look around the outside, we have 150, 120, and 90, adds up to 360. 75, 45, and 60 adds up to 180. Now, let's look at how the inscribed angles compare to central angles. So I'm going to construct another circle. Now that I have a working compass, that shouldn't mess up on me. There's the circle. Now, this time, I'm going to actually pick points very specifically. We're going to call the center O. We have A on the edge, and I'm going to put a B on the edge right there. Now, we're going to call this a 90-degree angle. Additionally, this is a central angle. Now, based on our rules that we've seen before, if a central angle is 90 degrees, then the arc it cuts off is also a 90-degree arc. Now, if we refer that to what we have up here, an inscribed angle, so the very opposite end of the circle will create half the measure of the arc. Now, I can put that point anywhere I want over here. So I'm going to put a C, a D, an E, and an F. I'm going to try and make it not too crowded, but no matter where I put that point over there, I am creating an inscribed angle. All these inscribed angles will have half the measurement of the arc, which is also half the measurement of the central angle. Let me try D. Once again, half. If I try F, I get half, which is still 45 degrees, and you're getting the picture. I don't really need to do F. No matter where I draw that inscribed angle, it's going to be half of the central angle and half of the arc. Also notice that we have an infinite number of inscribed angles we can choose from, but only one central angle. Now, one last thing to wrap it up. All we have at the moment is central angles, which touch the center, and inscribed angles, which touch the outer edge. If I have a point somewhere in here that is not touching the outer edge and not touching the center, then as of right now, it's nothing special. It has no special name. If you notice, it's not 90 degrees, it's not 45 degrees, it's somewhere in between. Has no special name. If you see a point out here right now, you don't need to do anything right now. So, no name, as of right now, for our purposes. Now, that is inscribed angles. We're going to add that to our list of tools we can use to find any angles we need.